Most spacesuits are white, just like rockets. Now this helps them stand out against the black of space and also helps protect them from the heat. But not all spacesuits are white. Some spacesuits are orange, like this one here. Now this isn't to do with heat, but actually to help us find them. This is called International Orange. And if an astronaut was to land in the middle of nowhere, it'd stick out so we can see where they are. So colour helps us identify where something is and also what something is. Scientists can use colour to tell them information. We can use universal indicator to tell us how acidic or how alkaline something is. It's measured using a pH scale that goes from 0 to 14. pH is an important measurement. We can use it to measure water quality, and doctors can use it to diagnose medical conditions. Water is neutral, which means it should have a pH of about 7. And if we pop our universal indicator in there, it should turn green. Let's give it a try. Just going to pop a good few drops of universal indicator into our water. And in a second, we'll give it a good stir. So as we can see, our water is nice and neutral on our pH scale, but to change it to orange, just like our spacesuits, we're going to need to add something acidic. And today, we're going to use vinegar, just like you'd put on your fish and chips at home. So again, we'll add a good glug of vinegar in there. We'll give it a good stir. We'll see if we can get that nice orange colour. So we can see it's now turned this orangey red colour because we've added an acid to the universal indicator. Now you can make your own universal indicator at home, and I'm going to show you how today using a red cabbage. So to complete your experiment at home, you're going to need a few things. You'll need a chopping board and a knife. Now remember to get an adult to help you with that part. You'll also need your red cabbage and some filter paper, or you could use a sieve from your kitchen. You'll need a couple of beakers, a kettle, and to test it out, you'll need something acidic and something that's alkaline. We're going to look at using our vinegar from earlier on and bicarbonate of soda. The first thing you'll need to do is chop your cabbage up into quarters. Now remember, you'll need a grown-up to help with this. Once you've chopped it into quarters, you can put 3 of them to one side, as we're only going to need 1 for our experiment. We're now going to need to chop that 1/4 up into really small pieces. If you've got a blender at home, you can use that to chop it up into even smaller pieces. Next up, you're going to want to put some of your chopped cabbage into your container and then add in some boiling water. Now, you may need a grown-up to help you with this part too. Be very careful. Once you've added your water, you'll need to let that sit for about 20 minutes. Once you've waited 20 minutes, you'll need to take your filter paper or your sieve and place that in your second container. You're then going to need to pour all of that water through your filter paper or sieve to separate the water and the cabbage. Now be careful, as your water may still be hot. Red cabbage contains a natural pH indicator that changes colour according to the acidity of the solution that's been added to it. So if we add an acid, we should get a pinky red colour. When it's neutral, it should be this lovely purple colour. And if we add an alkaline, we should see a greenish blue colour. Once you've filtered your indicator, you'll need to dilute a little bit of it into some water. Next, we're going to add our bicarbonate of soda to our first beaker. So as we can see, it's turned it this nice blue colour, which tells us it's an alkaline. We're now going to see what happens when we add an acid into this beaker using the vinegar. So as we can see, it's turned this nice pinky reddy colour, which tells us it's definitely an acid. So why not have a go at this yourself at home and tell us what colours you get?